Hey Glowgetters. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chi Chi of Orange Glow, and today we are actually giving an update with our hair. So we are about a month post-op from sounds like surgery. We are post combing out our locks about a month now, and as you can see, my hair is actually twisted in two, or I decided to put a hat on today because I didn't feel like doing anything with my hair. But I wanted to give an update as far as maintenance goes. Video that I talked about my journey of unlocking my hair and why I did it, why I combed it out. I also mentioned what my hopes were to do now that I've combed it out. So, referencing that, I mentioned that I wanted to actually go to a professional hairstylist to straighten it out. Hopefully, my intention was to get a silk press and also trim my hair. However, that was not that was not possible. Now, where I am in New York, I'm in Staten Island, so it's not a secret. And so there are some natural hairstylists out here. I have gone to one, and though they were okay, I wasn't wowed with the service in a sense. So I didn't really feel compelled to want to go back there to get a silk press. And there was one place in Brooklyn, there's a lady that like literally flies out everywhere to do clients' hair. She has a shop in Brooklyn, but the times that I wanted, she was not available, and that's also okay. The way my schedule is, I have to really do it either on the weekend, or I have to like make time within my schedule where I am, most flexible. And so being that that lady was not available during the times her services, I had to basically take matters into my own hand. Hey y'all. So what's going on? What's going on? I have my hair in 4 plate braids basically. Okay. So I am going to wash my hair. This is the second wash after combing out my locks. My plan was to actually get it professionally washed and trimmed, but not only do I not have the time, yeah, it's not the time, and I didn't plan it in my budget, if that makes sense. So I'm going to wash my hair, condition it, like deep condition it, and then stretch it out, like blow it out, and then trim my ends myself. I've done it before. It's been a while, but I have done it before. So this is going to basically be my maintenance. You guys are going to see, how it looks and all that other stuff. All right. So I will show you the items that I'm using, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so my hair has been washed. Condition, I actually have leave-in conditioner in it right now that I have to wash out. But we're gonna wash out the condition that we have in there, and then we're set to blow dry it. This is what I came up with so far. And I would suggest not to try this at home. But yeah, snip, snip, snip all the way, because I was just tired of the straggly pieces. And at this point, I don't know if it's really even on as far as like all around. I just know it's even on each side. Well, whatever. Anywho, it's done. I just have to, yeah, like, actually, I dried it a little bit, which was cool, and there wasn't too much heat. I didn't even put it on, I didn't put on heat. I just put the regular cool temperature that it has to let it, for the sake of stretching it. And then I combed out the ends. So yeah, I think this will hold up a little bit better. I'm just, again, this is not professionally done, so I'm sure that this is a lot more hair won't be coming out as before. Okay. My routine now, I've been washing my hair every 2 weeks. That's what works for me. That's what works for my schedule. And I'll also show you clips of how I've been maintaining my hair. I have been using Olaplex. I really like them, or that brand. What is it, number 4 and number 5? I've been using it for some time now, along with like a leave-in cream. I use the African Pride's Miracle Moisture line, and that leave-in cream is really good. I use that, and the oil that I've been using since 2019, which is Melanin. She's also on YouTube. She's been on YouTube for like more than a decade, if not 2. Her name is Natural. Her name is Whitney. And she started her Melanin brand in 2019. So since then, I've actually been using her hair oil product that she has. Anywho, long wind, I'll show you what it looks like, what I've been doing. So to maintain the hairstyles that I've been doing right now is just like twist outs, braid outs, that kind of thing. And I like it because it's easy. I don't have to fuss. I do have to put it in the style before I actually let it out, because there are days where I don't feel like braiding or twisting up my hair, and I'll put it in a one and put it in the scarf. Thankfully, it's still soft. However, I do have to get through the kinks, like, the knotted ends and that kind of thing. Most people have said to me when they seen it, like, oh my God, I can't believe you combed out your locks. What? Like, it's always been like, oh my God, your locks were so beautiful, that kind of thing. And, thankfully, a lot of people have not really asked me, do I miss it? And quite frankly, I don't. I thought that I would get to that point where maybe I might, or, have that thought like, oh my gosh, why did I do it? But no, not at all. It was intentional to comb it out, and I have not looked back. I don't miss the locks. Yeah, I can't say that I'm like, I'm not regretting the decision or anything like that. So that's that's that on that. And I also show you here how I had to kind of trim my ends. So combing out my locks, right? I had a lot of straggly ends, and of course, I've had it for about 2.5 years. I needed to. I have not trimmed it while it was locked, so I needed to trim it now that I combed it out. Again, I was not able to get it professionally done, so I had to, cut. I had to part it in 4, and part it in 4, comb it out thoroughly, and then I made the decision to cut my ends myself. Now, I have done this before. It's not like I'm so new to this. Before locking my hair, when my hair was at its natural state as it is now, I too then was maintaining my own trims, doing it myself. I think that now I am more intentional about my hair health. I have some areas where, like on the sides, well, you can't tell now because I have a hat, but like the temple, the edges or the temples of my head, it's thinning. And so you know what? If I'm being honest, it was already thinning from after I gave birth. I already started to see the thinning. Like, how your edges literally just wake up and they just left the place. That's exactly what happened. And it didn't seem to, even though it grew back, I still had like a spot. I have a mole on the temple here, before then you couldn't see it, or a beauty mark. You couldn't see it, but now I can see it. It's so thin in that area. I can see it. I have been using the Miel. It's like supposed to be some. I'll show it. I can't. I always forget it whenever I want to reference it. But it's supposed to be like revitalizing and helping, like damaged ends or whatever the case may be. So I rub some there. I don't know when I'm going to see it. I'm not seeing any difference as of yet, but I do it just to get some cells circulating on that side. And what else? Yeah, I haven't really been doing nothing crazy. I I wanted that style, but I'm not pressed to get it done. So what I've been wanting to do now is to find other styles that will last me a couple of days, so that way I'm not always in my hair. Thankfully, I'm not in it too much, like every 2-3 days, and that's okay for me. I think the way my schedule is, because I'm always out, majority of the time I'm outside. So I have to do something with my hair. But what I'm looking to do is either get a wig, and even though I don't like wigs, I'm not gonna hold you, I don't like wigs because it's just too hot. It's too hot, one, and I always sweat in my like if I'm gonna sweat anywhere, I don't even sweat under my arms. It's in my head. My hair will be literally drenched in sweat. So I don't know, but I want to wig. I say I want a wig because I don't want to deal with my hair all the time. But I know that if I really invest in a good wig, I have to make sure I am using it, because I am not a wig fanatic. But what I don't mind doing is actually start going back to braiding my hair. And not going to somebody. I'm thinking about actually doing that on myself. So again, making the time to actually put braids in my hair with it. I don't think I'm going to go as far as doing box braids yet, but like different, just plaits going back, some kind of cornrows situation. That's the mindset, right? It's a matter of actually, getting it done. So, so far so good. I'm loving my hair. I love that I'm getting very familiar with what my hair likes. What I used to do before, I would like just wet it and comb it, and think that like wetting it and combing it was supposed to do it justice, but it's not that. And I used to always have a hard time with combing through my hair. And then I realized that not only, like, even though I was wetting it, I wasn't following it up with either a cream or an oil or something to keep it moisturizing. So it would just dry out. And that dryness would make, blonde hair is already dry as it is. And so, if you can't tell, I'm naturally blonde. It maybe comes off as like dark blonde in the camera, but yeah, naturally I'm blonde. And so that hair is blonde is a drying hair texture. Anybody that has dyed their hair blonde, you can attest to this. That is a very drying color. And so like when I would wet it and just leave it at that, my hair would feel so brittle that I believe it would cause more breakage, or it would cause it would, to me, it didn't look like it was breaking, but it just felt like it was such a hard process to maintain and actually really the part of the reason why I locked it was like I really didn't know how to maintain my natural curls, because my hair is very coily. It's very, very coily. So I didn't know what the heck I was doing. All I know is that I've been told I've had perm since I was like 5 years old, okay? Or maybe 6, my mother would get me. I actually made 3 attempts before going natural. I made 3 attempts to go natural. And I was always told, oh, you're not going to be able to do that because the way your hair is, it's not going to work, or you can't do it. But on the 3rd attempt, I happened to have braids. I did box braids. And when I was taking it out, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of keep trimming down the perm, and I'm not seeing anything. I'd go down to this salon right on, it's in Brooklyn, down on 37th and, is it 37th and Church? Somewhere over there. And the Spanish girl would tell me, like, I have hair like you, mommy, and it's not going to work. It took me a long time. I said, but you're natural. So how you going to tell me it's not going to work? But mommy, it took me a long time. It took me a long time. I said, don't worry, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. So that was kind of, you know, when you tell me I can't do it, believe me, I'm going to do it. So that was, I guess that for me, that was like the challenging factor. I'm going to get it done. And after she told me that, I had put my hair in braids. I had it in for like 6 weeks. I went to take down the braids and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Snip, I cut one. I mean, I literally just cut it off, cut it off my head. And I couldn't go back because it was like in the middle on the side, some awkward place. And since then, that's when I did my big chop. That was back in 2017. So why am I talking about this? Because I just wanted to go natural. Like I just didn't want to do the perm. And I really, as much as I looked into what to do to care for my hair, then I really didn't follow through. I was just like, okay, cool. I'm out of the perm era. Let me just figure it out, along the way. But I was tired of it. It was just, I was so used to having to slick it up. Then with my permed hair, just water and cream and going about my business, it wasn't the same with the natural. And so it was hard to really maintain. And when I got the locks, it was the same thing, throwing water, throwing cream, and I didn't really have to do much to it either. So now that I'm actually putting the time, I like it. My hair is much softer. I am more aware of what works and what doesn't work. Long story short, I like the process. I'll keep you guys posted. And you guys can see from my videos, like you guys have seen how my hair's been looking. To me, it's been looking pretty good. Okay. I like how it looks. So I'll keep you posted as to, what styles I end up doing, because I really am trying to be on it with how I'm doing my hair. And if I can do it by myself, I would definitely do that. I have done hair in the past. That's another story for another day. So, we'll try to get into like my braiding. I don't think it's braiding era, braiding bag. I don't know, but we're going to be versatile with how we're doing our hair. All right. So that is it. I would love to hear your comments on what you've been thinking of my hair so far. And have you made that transition from lock to unlock, or you are natural and you're thinking of locking your hair? I don't mind, delving into it some more. So anyway, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.